Hey then, boys. Enzo Maresca's press conference ended about an hour ago, so I'm just going to cover some of the things he went over, and then we've also got a bit more news since the video yesterday in regards to a few transfers. So, obviously, Maresca's kind of confirmed it. It's what we've known already, right? So, on Jackson and Nkunku, I think it's better they find a solution because they're going to be more happy. We know both of these players are moving on. It's just sort of Maresca reaffirming it and letting everyone know we are finding a new club for these players. And once these players have gone, then we can bring in Garnacho and Xavi Simons. So it's everything we already know, right? Uh, and then there was this as well, which I thought was quite interesting. So when the journalists were asking him a few questions about, the centre back situation and are we getting anyone to replace Colwell, he had to reiterate about 2 or 3 times saying, I'm looking for an internal solution. And then they press him a bit more, and he said, "Look, maybe I need to improve my English, but we are looking internally for a centre back solution." So for me, this looks like we all know that's not what he meant when he originally said he'd like a replacement for Colwell. He wanted to go to the transfer market, but I think due to the nature of us moving on players and not being able to have them selected for the Champions League, the hierarchy have basically said to Maresca, "There's not much we can do. You'll need to use what you've already got, basically." So it is what it is. And can't speak. Enzo, basically said, "I've always been looking internally," which he hasn't. Everyone knows that's not what he meant when he first said it, but he's saying it now probably because the higher ups pressured him a little bit and told him to move on. Basically, look, we're getting you Xavi Simons and Garnacho. Simmer down about that Colwell replacement. And look, we've got Tosin, Fofana, Chalobah, Badiashile, a Champion. The depth is there. It's just whether those can fill Colwell's boots, right? If Fofana can't stay fit, do I trust Tosin and Chalobah to go, all 38 games plus Champions League? Is probably not strong enough for that. So I can see where Maresca's coming from. And then we've just got here as well. Already said we were looking for internal solutions. We will see what happens. We are trying to find a solution. I repeat again, we are looking for internal solutions and we'll see if something happens. So, kind of like a politician's answer, if you will. Just saying he wants a centre back. Whether we can facilitate that and move towards one, probably not. Not unless we can somehow get rid of, Chilwell, Sterling, all of these. If we could maybe sell them on permanent deals, we could perhaps look for a centre back at like deadline day. But otherwise, I don't think we're going out and getting a centre back, which is a shame. I would like to see the depth being added there. You could see with Arsenal, with the Kai Havertz, they kind of pounced on the Eze deal. Look, they paid a lot for him as well, so we'll see. And just a few more updates on these players as well. So Nkunku is with us, but the same answer as Nico. The other players are looking apart for a solution. So Sterling and Chilwell are training separately. Nkunku is with the team, but these are all players we're looking to move on. Maresca's reaffirming it again. These players need to look for a new club. The problem with, Chilwell and Sterling are on such big contracts, and that's something this new ownership haven't made too many mistakes in. Bringing big names in for big wages, but if they flop, it's really hard to move them on. Yes, we can loan them out, but it's only a temporary solution. It's not a permanent fix, right? So we're still looking for answers, and for Chilwell, I don't see how we get rid of him. He didn't perform at Palace, big wages, so we might be stuck with him. But Sterling, maybe Saudi or something can come in clutch and towards the end of the transfer market, hopefully. And he gave a few updates on João Pedro as well. So João with us can play in 5 positions up front. Winger behind the striker, as a 9 behind the striker is his best position. He can play in all the attacking positions for us. That's something we've known anyway, how versatile he is and how technically proficient he is. So look, he could be hinting him and Delap could start, right? So we could play Palmer on the right. João Pedro is that like false nine shadow striker in the middle. Delap up top, and then either Gittins or Neto on the left, and then with Estevao coming on and mixing it up in the second half as well. So we could go for a potential front four like that against West Ham. I don't think we will, but it's something we can do if we want to mix it up. I would be interested to see João Pedro and Delap play together, just to see how they sort of link up play and how they work together. It could be interesting. Delap could play sort of back to goal, and João Pedro could play off him, and 1-2. So we might see that in the future, and that could be quite interesting. But there we go. Maresca's just saying how versatile it is, but we've known how versatile he is from Brighton and Watford, right? And then we also got some breaking news here. So Dortmund to Chelsea in direct talks over a loan move for Anselmino. Chelsea have proposed a double deal to Dortmund, so Chukwuemeka on a permanent, because that's something they've been wanting to get him on a loan with potential obligation to buy. We're putting our foot down this time. We're saying no, we need a permanent transfer, and we need that for balancing the books. We can't just get them on loan again. This is why Jackson needs to go on a permanent and Kunku needs to go on a permanent. Otherwise, we can't bring in the new players. I covered that a bit in yesterday's video. We need permanent transfers for these players. Otherwise, we can't actually select our incomes. Which, what would be the point of that, right? So, Maresca did say in the press conference as well. He's a good boy, Anselmino. Talented, hard worker, but he needs to play games. So sort of hinting at he needs to go on loan, and we don't have many loan spaces left. This might be the last one, I think. So look, if Dortmund can get Chukwuemeka on a permanent and Anselmino on a loan, I think that's really good all in all. Can't really complain with that. Depends how much Chukwuemeka might go for. Hopefully we get about 20 million for him. I'd be a bit disappointed if we let him go for anything less than that. And Anselmino, I think at Dortmund, playing as that sweeper sort of centre-back role, because, he's so good on the ball. It'd be great for his development. So hopefully these two deals get done today. I'd like to see both of these happen. And this guy's like tier 1. He's a very good reporter, especially for anything Germany, Dortmund related. And then it's just the same here from Fabrizio. So Anselmino's agreed terms for the Dortmund loan. And Chukwuemeka strongly wants Dortmund. So hopefully these two deals just get done, and no messing around. And then obviously this came out after my video yesterday, sort of late in the night. So not really a Chelsea signing, but potentially a Chelsea signing. So Blueco have bought Enciso, so €20 million package. So it's about £14 million without the add-ons. So he'll be joining Strasbourg this season. And I think the way they've worded it is, if he has a very successful season at Strasbourg, we will then buy him off of Strasbourg. But if, say, picks up a few injuries or he doesn't quite perform, he'll just stay at Strasbourg, similar to a few players we've got at Strasbourg as well. So look, it's not quite a Chelsea signing. I think if he does really well and he gets like double-digit goals or assists and he's performing really well, he's only 21 still. Last season he did suffer with injuries. It was a bit unfortunate. But look, the talent's there, the player's there. Everyone will remember the goal he banged in against us a couple of years ago. So look, if he performs well at Strasbourg, we'll buy him off of Strasbourg and then he'll be a Chelsea player. But for now, he's not a Chelsea player. So I think some people maybe got a bit confused with that, but that's just sort of, leveling it out, given the details there. So this is the sort of updates we've got at the moment. I'll do a video later today. And that'll be the West Ham Chelsea preview, just in case we get any more news now or any leaks just before. So probably in about 8 hours, I'll drop the preview video, just sort of the lineup I think we'll go for, what West Ham will probably go for, and my sort of prediction for the game. It's a game we do need to win, so I'll just throw that out there. We can't afford to drop points, especially with the good run-in we have. We can pick up some momentum. It will give us a nice sort of good point haul heading into the tougher games then. because we do have quite a tough running fixture towards the end of the season. So when we've got these, so and so easy fixtures at the beginning of the season, we need to be getting the 3 points. We can't be dropping points and just settling for a draw when we know we can do better. Like again, against Crystal Palace, it wasn't terrible, but I think if we play Palace 4 months from now, and they're playing every Thursday and Sunday, and they don't have the largest squad, and they're losing Eze, right, and potentially Gahey, we go out and beat them. It was just unfortunate we play them first game of the season when they're already in form after, winning the Community Shield, FA Cup, etc. So I don't want to be too negative. I think if we bounce back now and we get a good win against West Ham, you'll notice it, the fan base, everyone will be a lot more cheerful and a lot more optimistic heading into the next few games, because our next games are very winnable. But I'll cover that in the next video. So I'm going to go listen to some metal, lift some weights, got an upper session for me. So I'll see you in about 8 hours, boys, and hopefully we got some new updates. And I'll run over the Chelsea team. And then Chelsea versus West Ham tomorrow, 8 o'clock. I'm sure everyone will be there. So, peace.